Hey guys, so I'm back in the what was going to be the witch's shack, as I referred to it. I'm now going to make this into an old wooden church on the swamp and just have it continue on, because there was going to be Lord Darku, the evil pagan guy's underground church right there. So I'm just going to make it a two-room thing. So this is going to be like the entrance area. I'm going to paint this white. I'm going to do a steeple, but I'm going to do a pentagram on the steeple instead of a cross on it. And I printed this out. Differences between a pagan pentagram and a Satanist pentagram. Satanist, it points down. Pagan, it points up. A lot of reasons for the stuff, but basically the top point is the divine nature, and Satanism puts that on the bottom. Taking advantage of that, there's other symbolism with the other points. But basically I'm just going to do this. Even though to most people it's going to read the same as this, which is what I want, I don't like fucking with things I don't understand. So I'm just going to keep all the pentagrams upright. And I printed that out just as a reference for myself, so I know. So there's going to be a steeple that I set back a little bit. The same, made out of the same wood, but then painted with white. I just have some reference images that I might use. And then what this is going to be is like the entrance room into the church, but we want it to feel old and dilapidated. And so this area here would be the area where the guy's talking, and they're going to walk towards him on a platform. But this area, we want it to seem as if this was the entrance, but now they're using it for storage. And with a church, you need seats, and there's not enough room there to have like pews set up, obviously. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a bunch of old chairs and stack them here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a wall across here that's 2 feet long, and paint it black too. And I'm going to cut off just the sides of a chair and screw it into there. And it'll be painted black, and the light in here will be really dim. So you'll just see the outlines of these chairs. There will be a hole in the wall for an actor to scare you through. And so it'll just look like there's piles of furniture that even continue right through this wall. And this wall even I'm going to leave black just so it looks like it's going on back further than it is. And then these walls I'm going to paint like white or whatever color of the church itself. And so it's going to look like this whole area is just piled with chairs. Even back in this gap that's going to house an actor, it'll look like the chairs extend further back than they do. Like, if I were using stools instead of chairs, I would cut this stool right about here so it's like 2 inches deep, and then screw it into the wall with this side facing out, and it would create the illusion that it goes back further than it does. So that's that. So there will be a 2-foot square cove here, and then people will exit this way and then go down a ramp, because we want them to be walking downhill because that's creepy, into the main church and then through a hole, so, and onward. Alright guys, so I got this piece in. It's not on a frame, just screwed into this one, but if I need to build a frame for it I will. If not, I'm saving 2x30s. It already had a hole for a drop panel. I might make it bigger. If not, I'm using the frame that already was screwed up because of that hole, so good use of that. The only other thing I did is I built the steeple for the church, which has the pentagram in it. Pagan pentagram again, not a Satanist pentagram. Alright guys, it's a new day. I got this top piece up on the cuddle shack or Boy Scout room. The names can be used interchangeably, and this piece on the back here. So now the interior is completely done. I hate having to step that low, but it's great. It's a good hate. And then the one other thing I did was back in the chair room. I just screwed up this beam here. What I'm going to do for the ceiling in here is I'm going to run dead branches back and forth all across the top. And I'll have a light up top so it shines down through the cracks of the branches. And then that same light I'm going to use green is also going to be in here shining through these cracks. And I've got boxes out and tires and lots of shit up there now. But once I'll move all that stuff when I bring the lights in, and it'll shine down through the cracks. And I might leave a little extra gap here so that more comes down cascading on this, but that'll create a nice pattern throughout this room. So yeah, that's all I did now, guys. Alright guys, here's the garage door. It's kind of hard to see on video, but what I'm doing is I'm putting in these bumpers to pull out the rest of it so it looks like the garage door itself is set back into the building. Because look at a real garage door, it's set back into the building a ways. This was just the easiest way to do it, was to build one frame and then buff it out a little bit for the main frame, and then there would be 1/2 inch of plywood and then another 1/4 inch of trim, so it'll be like a good full inch back into it, so that'll look really good. I'm excited for that, so that's what I'm doing now, guys. Alright guys, so I got the door all framed in there, so that'll look good once it's painted. What I'm going to do here, and also with the main facade here, is the base coat's going to be like a gray, like the inside of the repair shop last year, but I mean I'm out of that paint, but that color-ish. And then I'm going to do a deep brown trim all the way around, and like when it meets, I'm just going to do it a flat, like I'll probably get 1x3s, not 1x4s, so like this wide. And then at the corners just cut diagonals on them so they look semi-purdy. So that's what the plan is for this building. So, alright guys, so there's Charlie's Auto where I was working. I'm putting up this facade here. Here, I'll step back. Is another part of the queue line. It also has the roof peak that goes up. So I'll add that either today or later. And then a board that goes and fills that gap. But I wanted, when I built it, I wanted to have a board that connected both of them so they didn't look like individual panels. And you can kind of see the white parts of the wood here. I had to cut at an angle because some of them stick out just a tiny bit to fit the door in there, and it's like super tight in there now, but it fits. And it also has hammer dents because I had to hammer it in there, but it fits. And that was originally a cat door, so I'll fill that with something. But yeah, I like the look of this. And then I put curtains in here, and then spray painted black just along the stripe in between the curtains. And there won't be any light back there. All the light will be on this side, so I don't see it being a problem. So, yeah. Alright guys, so this is where I'm stopping for tonight. I brought this in. It's probably going to be a 2-person job to lift it up to here. But I did get that board across there screwed in. So I really like the look of this. That really completes the queue line more. There'll probably be a building along here, or maybe just a wall, and then probably something here, maybe just a fence or something, but definitely lots of buildings and lots of stuff for people to look at, which will be really cool. So that's it for today, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Alright guys, so I got the roof up. It's a new day, by the way. Today I got the roof up, got it screwed in pretty good. It's not going anywhere. So I'm really happy with that. It's heavy to lift up, like it was hell to carry up the ladder this year. I couldn't do it alone last year, I did it this year. But last year this was also more tilted, so we would have to have someone holding it and then me on the bottom screwing it in, and this year I couldn't screw from the bottom. But luckily the top was flat enough because it's screwed into the wall back behind here, that's the taxidermy wall, that I could just set it up there and it would stay balanced until I could get it screwed in, so that was good. I really love the look of this shack. Like once you put the roof on it, it's just the greatest fucking thing you've ever seen, god damn it. So I'm happy with that. Alright guys, so I'm making another frame for the queue. I'm going to use these old fence pickets. They were out before Charlie's Auto last year as actual fences. I'm not going to use them like that. I'm just going to cut off the ends there and use them like that. And this is just going to be 3 feet high, and it's going to be up against this wall. And then above that I'm just going to have black, and I'll probably hang the rules there. If I get rule banners printed, I'll do that, or just paint them onto the black. But have this in front of that for the realistic element, because I don't want to just have a whole black wall. I want to have something to tie it into the rest of the scene. So the black wall will be set back maybe 6 inches from this, and this will be propped up like a railing. So yeah, but with these, I made the stupid decision last year of nail gunning them into the wood instead of screwing them. I don't know, maybe I was just short on screws or something, but that was like the stupidest decision you can ever make when hunting, is using nails. Or drinking too much and using power tools. That one's stupid too. Thankfully I haven't done that one. So, don't use nails. Use fucking screws. Go buy fucking screws and use them. Don't use nails. Nails, bad. Not fun. I like gashed my... Because like I'm yanking on them with pliers trying to get them out. And like I keep scraping that same spot on my pinky a bunch, and it was just like open blood. half an hour ago when I was in the middle of it, and that sucked. And then I started using gloves on the last few, which might have been smart to do from the start, but whatever. Alright guys, so I got this finished up real nice. I really like the look of it, especially with these planks on top. And then they're kind of like I did like a decorative thing where that comes out a little more and this comes out a little more than the thing below it, so it kind of comes out. And I think I might put a slat like this wide on each side so that it's bordered along down the edge, especially over here because that's where they're gonna see it. So yeah, and you can see I'm gonna pull it out a little further this way in front of that laser sensor, and so there'll be an even bigger gap here. So I think that'll be a good place to put a prop or like a standing figure or something. So that'll be good. I'm really liking how the queue line's coming together as I add more and more around each side. I think it's really gonna be one of the best scenes in the hunt. So just with the immense nature of it. Alright guys, I came back out and I just did two little things, but I'm about to go back in just a minute for the night. I put up this piece at the entrance to the taxidermy shop, got it covered with wood on both sides, and then just screwed this wall in to brace it up there because it's really wiggly. The bottom here doesn't even touch because where these cracks are, that side is higher and it's screwed into this panel. So this whole bottom is like wiggly. It'll be better once I screw something into the other side, but for now, I definitely need it hooked into, oh, I'm not even showing it. I definitely need it hooked in there up at the top, so that is today's progress. I really do like this thing that I made earlier today, so let me know what you think, guys. So yeah, that's it today. Alright guys, so new day. There's what I did yesterday. I built this for today. I'm going to cover both sides of it with the slats, whereas this side, the back's against the wall, so it doesn't really matter. But here they're going to see both sides. And the way the queue is going to work is there's going to be a wall here, like dividing the exit half of the hunt from the entrance. So that'll be up. And then I'm going to build a front porch for the house, so they're going to walk into the front porch here, and then walk over, and then walk out of the front porch, and they'll be in here, and the front porch will come out to probably here, and I'll move this barrel there, and then they'll come here and wait here. So it kind of feels more natural the way it's done, and the front porch will be, it'll look skimpier than this type of railing. It'll probably be like 2x2 railings going up to a roof peak that comes out maybe 3 feet or so. So yeah, so that'll be the basic idea for the queue line, although it has changed like 20 times in my mind, so maybe that'll change, but at least this part's going to be the case, and I don't see how I could change the porch once this is built, so that's probably what it'll be. But I pulled in 7 more fence pickets. That's almost all of them out there, essentially every single one of them. So I'm going to cut those up. I pulled all the nails out of them just a minute ago, so now it's time to screw them into here. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Alright guys, so I got this all built. I'll probably put something on this end when I get it, but I've used pretty much all the pickets, so I don't know what to use for that, but I'll find something, rest assured, before October, before opening night, that I will fix it. But this looks really cool, so I'm very happy with it. Should be a nice piece of the queue that people have to wind around. So now that this queue is coming together, I'm really liking how it's gonna end up being. So yeah, that's it for now, guys. Alright guys, so I cut this piece of OSB up the middle. I've got a 4-foot square there, well 2 now, but I'm only gonna use one of them before cutting it down more, but I'm gonna use them to fill in the taxidermy shop. I gotta fill in here, there, and then here. So one of them I may have to use an external piece other than that, but a 4-foot section and then 2 2-foot sections. So yeah, that's it for now, guys. I will show you once I fill them in. So yeah. Alright guys, so I'm going in to take a break and get some food, but I'll probably come back out. But in case not, here's the progress for the night. I got that piece there above the sink, that wasn't filled in, and then these 2 here, and then now I just need one little, I think it's 17 inches wide, piece to fill that little gap. And then also up the exit scene of the hunt is going to be when you're coming out of the slaughterhouse in an outdoor area where you're surrounded by facades, the color of the slaughterhouse, so it's like a courtyard that's surrounded by the slaughterhouse buildings, and in a portion of that the walls are gonna butt in 2 feet, and there's gonna be
windows with actors on either side. So I pulled these old panels from last year. There were 3 of them. 2 of them were in the barbecue shack and were boarded up. This one was at the entrance to the slaughterhouse last year. And so I'm gonna use 2 of the 3, but I figured I might as well pull the 3rd one off because I want to save the frames. All right, guys, so I came back out and I pulled one more random piece of ply from Unearthed off of this, just so I can take that panel apart because I'm not gonna use that piece because it was a piece of the fake wood paneling but with a weird window in it. I designed, but I didn't build yet. I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes, so I'm gonna go in. A frame from here to this wall for the repair shop. It's gonna have a window so I can use that last one of these old slaughterhouse panels flipped on its side, and then a doorway also for the actor on the far left back there so they can come in from the shelves, both so we have access to these shelves and so the actor can scare into that scene. So I will build that probably tomorrow, but I'm getting eaten alive, so I'm gonna go in. I will see you guys later. I think I'm gonna end this vlog here just because I feel like it has enough footage already, and the last vlog got really long. So I apologize, I'm cutting off before I build that wall, but you'll see it soon enough in a couple weeks when I get around to it. Hopefully I'll get back to doing more daily vlog type stuff once we start building more frequently. But for now, like, there's not a ton happening in any given day, so it seems kind of pointless to do the daily vlogs. So I'd rather just compile everything. But I'm still filming, I'm still showing you guys, so don't get pissed off. So yeah, that is it for today. That's it for this vlog. Happy haunting. See y'all later.